Good evening, No Bravado Massive. How we doing? Let's add our broadcast start spotlight. Where are you? There he is. And I think Jigger has just entered the building. Hey, there he is.
So you're right.
What's on today that you're watching?
Nothing. What's nothing?
You always know when you're looking up that you're looking at the telly.
I'm looking at the sky, man. The sky. Nothing's going on.
How's everything been? How you lot doing? Carl sent something to the group, right? Well, said something to me. He was like, "You lot got to discuss this." So I've told him to come on and defend his post. So he reckons he's going to go in about half hour, but we'll see. We'll see, Carl. How's everybody been?
Yeah, just tired. All right.
Apologies for last week, No Bravado Massive. We had to cancel because we're all in that age bracket, boy, with the high blood pressures and now these things is taking over. So I had really high blood pressure last week, so I didn't think sitting in front of a screen for 2 hours was the smartest thing. But we are back this week in full effect. It's nice to be here. It's nice to see you guys. Natalie sends her apologies because she's got some family bits going on. But she did do 3 weeks in a row, so I even said nothing. But yeah, how was your weekend, Gary? What did you do?
Do you know what, Jeff? I got a flat in Tottenham. It's giving me bare issues. Like every day I go there, there's another issue, another problem. I've just been spending money like I'm searching for crack.
You need to sell it now, then.
Yeah,
because
like
you told me about that flat's just bad luck for you, boy.
Yeah, like so every time there's something going on, so yeah, there's a problem with the electrics. I've got to run new legs in, new cable in. Then there's a problem with something else. There was a leak, and there's this, and it's like, so yeah. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta spend the money and get on with it. Spend the money and get on with it, and just do it. When you go there, just stop worrying about how much it's costing. This, that. You know what? See progress. But what the problem is, when you're doing something and there's no progress, and you just think every time I do something else happens, so it's just going back to the start. But yeah, so just got to keep your head down and keep it moving. Yeah, I mean, keep it moving.
Yeah, we had an interesting weekend. So we done some event in Kensington and Chelsea Town Hall. It was like it's a Commonwealth event, and it's like a Commonwealth event, and it's been going for 100 years, and everyone says it's like really good, and they've just had like an amazing time year in and year out. But I don't know what happened. But one Baroness fell out with one Duchess. I don't even want to get into saying what the rumours were on my platform because I don't know what's true from what's not. But let's just say there was a falling out. They had us as vendors outside for 2 hours waiting whilst they literally argued this out to the last minute. People flew in from all around the world, people from Pakistan, people from Africa, people from all over come in for this event, right? Only to stand up outside and be just waiting to go in, just waiting to go in. One idiot, he gave us a ticket even though we explained what was going on. Charlene had her badge in my car. there was no reason for him to give us the ticket again. It just was one bad thing to the next. I have never been so stressed out trading at an event before. Then their partition things fall down, lick down the stand, injuring people. Then some woman came with I don't know what her problem was. Apparently, she was a part of the band. What was it, Charlie?
She came, how she walked in, it was a bit weird because she walked in like she was on a mission. And then the table that was opposite us, I think they were selling drinks and cakes. She went to dive for them. And all of a sudden you just see security come in and manhandled her, and she didn't want to come out. So literally had to physically force her out. So when the security guy come back in now, I said to security girl come back in, I said to her, what happened? She said, oh, she at the door. I said, how did she get past? She said, oh, she pushed through us. She spat at one of the securities. We were told that when we got her out, we were then told that she was part of the band. I'm like, what's she coming for? Oh, she wanted to stop the whole event. She wasn't.
I have never experienced such a madness in my life trading. Like hours standing up outside, and I'm usually really not patient for these things, but I was just like, well, let's just wait, because they was like really trying to negotiate. But when that woman came that was part of the band that was trying to stop the whole event, when they were dragging her out, she was kicking her foot left, right, and center. All I saw was foot trying to stop her. So, what is going on? It's not a full moon. Why are they behaving like this? Then we left from there and we went to trade in Brixton. That was like pulling freaking teeth. And then like we got circled by a whole bunch of crackheads, and I was like, not today, because hi Dominique, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, we was just like, not today, because we will have to block fight with these crackheads, boy. But then I think they left, which was good, because I was, do you know, not today. Very stressful weekend, I might say, but it's good to be here. We made it through. So, what did you do, Jigs? You're on mute, by the way. You're on mute.
On Saturday, I worked in my 9-to-5 job, and it was actually really quite weird, because obviously my job. So a young person came in, and she's works in a professional field. Let's call her an accountant. She came in as she's not an accountant, but to say she call her an accountant. So in a professional field, she was 19 and she had chlamydia. So we're just going through the normal talk and doing the normal stuff. And then I said to her, "Oh, how old's your partner?" Just to ask him. And then she was going all sheepish. So I said, "You're 19, babe. You can sleep with who you want to sleep with. You're not an issue. It's like you're a big woman. You're 19. You can sleep with who you want to." She goes, "Oh yeah. He's 47. 47." I was like, and she looked at me, and I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "Well," I said, "Well, is he your teacher?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, she's an apprentice in this firm." So I was like,
"It's a power imbalance."
She's got like she said like four partners, and they've all been in the late 30s or early 40s. Because of the industry, because she's doing this apprentice, that's all that when she goes out for drinks, that's the sort of people she's mixing with. So then I remember at the end of the consultation, she was a really nice girl. And I said, "You know what? Just want to say something to you before you leave. Not this is totally off the record and just between me and you. Don't be judging some of the 19 or 20-year-old boys by the guys that you're seeing, because they're going to be very immature compared to them, like in the conversation. So don't block these people out thinking, oh, this person's not my level. But you kind of got to let people develop and stop being in this." And she was like, "Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying." And I left her. I thought, "That's my child. What are we saying to her? Like, really? Yeah. What? Like 40-odd-year-old man." Like,
I
That's
don't know.
about 21 years old, 22 years older than me. Ooh, jeez.
Hey, good evening, Davina. How you doing, Sugar Plum? Nice to see you. I don't know. I mean, there was something in the group. Now, what would you say if your daughter? I'll go to it and then. But whilst I'm looking for it, what would you do if one of your daughters came home?
I
What would
don't
you say?
know. I don't know, but it depends who it was. It was with, but I don't. To be honest, I don't think either of them would bring them to meet me like that, because unless it was they're getting married to the person or something like that, I don't think they'll bring them some man. So the man's same age as me in that age group. So I'll be like, well,
So you would just be like,
"Well, going, Jigger, you good? Yeah, brother. What's going on? No, Mr. Hugger.
same age as me. You can't call me dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mr. You mean? So yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah,
Hang on, let me see if I can find.
it was. I mean, as I said, sometimes when I'm at work, some of the things that happen, it's just weird, and not weird as in, it's not like I'm judging people, but it's just weird.
Right.
This changes, like, and maybe because I work in it, I normalize it in my own mind. But I was saying, and because she was a young kind of mixed race girl, I was like, and obviously she thought it was weird because she was
sheepish about it.
Yeah, she was kind of sheepish about kind of like that. So not obviously, and I said to her, "There's no safeguarding. As far as I'm concerned, you're a big woman. You sleep with who you want to sleep with. You marry whoever you. Yeah, but I mean, unless it's because she's I did say, because you're an apprentice, I'm not too sure how that stands if it's somebody you work with, because that could be something. But I said, so, and she goes, no, it's no one I work with, it's just other people. I said, okay, well, if you go to a club and meet a 50-year-old man and you like them, you like them. I thought Davina sent a thing saying, I'm cool with it. I was like, huh?
No, she's saying she's cool. She hopes I'm well.
I was like, right, okay.
So hang on a minute. Let me play you lot this, because someone inboxes to me, and I thought it was quite interesting. Now we're on this topic. Hang on. Share screen. Share screen. Facebook. All right. Can you see my screen?
It's rolling. It's rolling. Yeah.
Can see it?
Okay. Yeah. Take off the mute. Yeah.
You know that the only reason why I'm in your face, or the reason why I'm on the phone with you, is because I want money. So why when I say the things that I want and need to get done, you want to act slow? And now that you're blocked, then you cannot speak to me again. You want to call down my phone because you confused. Why are you confused? Why are you confused? Like, y'all like to act like young bitches is just over here waiting to get with your old crummy ass. Nigga. That's not what this is. You know the age difference between us. This is not no organic situation. This is a transaction situation. That's what it's gonna be. So why you wanna act like boo-boo the fucking fool when the girls start talking about?
I done told y'all asses that these women don't want y'all. Or should I say, these women don't want us. These young women, they don't want you. You are her pocketbook. The reason why she want to go everywhere you go is because you are her pocketbook. You think she likes you for real? No, I know some of y'all are going to say, these old ones don't like us neither. And them old ones, I'll give them my money. But at least I know they might like me and they know what to do if my heart stop beating, or if I'm start to twitch or something, they know what to do exactly to do, because they probably have it happened to them too. But I'm saying, man, we be thinking that these women like us, them women using us. I mean, yeah, you are using them, but damn.
There was never a time that I would think of him and be like, God, I need to see him. There was never a time when I was physically in his presence when I just looked at him and I was like, I just need him to bend me over. And look, we've all known and dated or been in connection with men like this, where you just see their broad shoulders and you're like, yep, we're doing it right now. that's just not something that happens when a younger woman sees an older man.
I don't want to be around nobody who doesn't want me there except for my money. That's not genuine. Every time you sneeze or you have pain in your prostate, she probably look at you like, don't do that shit right now. Y'all don't understand, boy. These young women don't like us. They don't like us. Shit. Why you want to? I don't know, man. I'm tripping.
I don't like dealing with.
All right. So, what do we think of that? Based on what you was just saying, do you think that
I think she liked him, or not liked them. I don't think I don't think she wasn't like I don't know. Some girls like old guys, innit? Even me with my old self. A couple of people approached me years and years ago, were like, yeah. And I'm thinking, all I remember when I was in my 20s and the girls that are my age were dating guys in their 30s and 40s. I was like, why are you with that Papa Charlie man and Papa Charlie men? Papa Charlies. And now I'm a Papa Charlie.
But do you think that there is some sort of like daddy issue, or do you think that something's genuine?
No, I mean, there could be some issues, like some daddy issues or some sort of personality or kind of issue. There could be, but when it's a casual thing, it depends. It all depends if you're calling them your girl or not, innit? So if it's a casual thing and it's just link and buy you a burger and chips and everyone's happy, then that's good.
Burger and chips, you know.
You mean? Everyone's happy. You mean? Everyone's the kid. You mean? But when they come to your house and you start bringing ready meals, then that's an issue. Yeah, because they over got ready meals with you. It's an issue. You mean?
Let me ask you this, Charlene. You've dated older. Names will not be mentioned on this podcast, but you dated older. What was your reasoning behind that? How was it for you?
For me, I just felt that I had naturally attracted.
What was the age gap first? What was the age gap first between you guys?
22, 23.
23 years. Older? What kind of Zimmer frame Robin?
Zimmer frame Robin, you know.
23 years older. Bomba red. Okay, so all right.
They didn't look their age. They didn't look their age, and they didn't act their age. But look back then, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but now I do. Yeah, you do have daddy issues sometimes, and that was myself. Yeah, you're looking for that unconditional love from older guys that at first it seems all nice and whatever and what have you, but it doesn't last for long. It didn't last long for the first guy when it lasted for what?
15 years? And then he turned 75.
Two and a half years, and then the second was nearly 4 years.
So you've dated 2 older guys.
Yeah.
And how old was the other one? The one was 23 years older, and how much
About
older was it? Lord. And you found them attractive?
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with them. They didn't. I don't do look old is old. Can't do that. Not gonna do that. They looked very good for their age. They physically they look good. You wouldn't look at them and think, oh, okay, what's going on here now? They both did. If they both look old and crumbly, then no, that's not gonna happen. No way.
Right.
And for me, it was fine then. But looking back on it now, would I do that again? No. No.
What's
I think
the
some men,
yeah,
because I think some men when they get to a certain, and it's not for every man. That's why I say some men when they get to a certain age, it's like for them it's like, oh, they're still able to get a woman younger than them.
Right.
But maybe in the back of their mind, they're thinking, okay, as I get older, what's going to happen? Are they going to want to be looking for someone their own age? Are they going to want to be settling down quicker than they should do because I'm older? But yeah, my experience is that no, it did. Both of them didn't last long. So once bitten, twice shy. But I went back a second time like a fool. But yeah, do I regret it? No, I don't regret it. I don't. It just highlighted to me the second time, man. Like, nah,
Do you know?
it's not working.
Do you know, I got a motto, and people say it's wrong, but I don't really care. That you only regret things you don't do.
At the end of the day, you never know how it's going to work out.
Only regret things you don't do.
When I told my mum, the first one, boy, I had to wait a little while before I told her. I had to tell her face to face before she had a heart attack over the phone. And she was like, okay, what's going on here now? I remember she was drinking a drink, a beer or something, and yeah, let's just say it went down the wrong throat. And
because dating me.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy, so she's like, okay, I want to meet him, and did that and so forth. And then when he did end up cheating, and I found out, and he spoke to my mum, my mum was just like, I don't want to hear anything. I'm not here to ask you anything. At the end of the day, you hurt my child, you hurt me. Because I told you from the beginning, yeah, are you sure? Because she's old, she's a lot younger than you. She's like your child age. And you said, no, she said, you would be the one to say, coming to me to tell me that my daughter would be the one to say she doesn't want to be in anymore, but you're the one who's saying it. And yeah. But so, as I say, sometimes it works out for people, sometimes it doesn't. As I said, would I do it again? No, but as Gary said, I don't regret anything I've done because I wouldn't know how I'm gonna feel or how it's gonna work out. I thought it would have worked out the second time, man, but it didn't.
Okay, so you think, well, from what you're saying, you went into these situations looking for unconditional love.
Yeah, I can actually. It took me a long time to be honest with myself, but that is exactly what it was.
Oh man, big on you for being able to look at it and be honest. A lot of people are not. So, yeah, good for you, I say.
But why? But not say this. Not so much you, Charlene, but it's just in general. Why are you getting? Why do you think people feel they're going to get unconditional love from people that are older than them? Why don't you get unconditional love from your partner?
Because when you're looking at somebody who is younger, yeah, or your own age, for example, yeah, there's so much more for them to do, as if they're the same age, they're a couple of years older than you.
What do you mean? I understand. In regards to what?
Like life in general, experiencing things. Whereas the older guy who's in their, let's just say, for example, late 50s, early 60s, they're more looking to be. You would think that they would be more looking to be settling down and just chilling out and so forth or whatever. Not. That's what I felt back then. But that's
not unconditional love, though, is it? That's just someone looking to settle with somebody. Not so you, but
no. Yeah, exactly. But that's how I looked at it, because I saw it as, let me put it this way, I used to see sex as being someone loving me.
Yeah.
Until I went to therapy, and when I said it out loud, I was like, wow, and I got really emotional because I'm thinking, and she was like, why do you see it as that? I said, well, that's how I've always seen things, because I didn't have that from my dad. My dad never hugged me until my brother died 6 years ago. And I got it wasn't even a proper hug, it was a pat on my back.
Right.
So all of that is when if you've never had a love from your parent, whether it be your mom or your dad, there's always going to be certain things that you're missing, and there's always going to be a void, and then you're always going to be, say for example, the first guy I went out with, he went to go hold my hand, was walking across over the road. I literally pulled my hand back. I was like, what you did? And he was like, what? I said, I can cross the road by myself. And I had this attitude in me. So I had to learn how to receive affection, and I had to learn how to give it, because that was never me. And it's not to say that I didn't want it. It was never shown to me on my dad, and it was never something that was really heavy in relationships, and that had to change over years. So
I think the concept of unconditional love is just unattainable. I don't even think your parents love you unconditionally, blood.
no,
They hate you. They hate you unconditionally.
no, but I agree though, Trisha.
Huh?
I agree with you. They don't, because some people say, I don't love unconditionally because if you go out and kill somebody, is your parent going to stand by you? Some of them won't. They'll be like, boy, you got to take this on the chin for yourself. I can't defend that.
Hey, gorgeous Lorraine. Do you know who this is? This is Jade's mum from Black Brighton.
Okay. Hello, Lorraine.
You got a tame show because my other co-host Natalie's not here. Natalie will have you in stitches, but
Yes.
she's got a potty mouth. She's fucking hilarious. She's not here today, but hopefully you'll catch her on another show. But yeah, go on. You were saying, Shasha?
Yeah, it's a mixture of things, For me, I was not in a good space. Pretty much half of my life, I wasn't in a good space. So
Right.
I think that contributed to it as well. So yeah, but everyone's got their own reason for why they do things. I know for myself, I have no problem with looking in the mirror, sitting myself down and asking myself why I do things. And also, would I do it again? And if I regret it, and like I said, I wouldn't do it again. I don't regret it. It happened for a reason. And I've learned my lesson,
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So 23 years is a lot. I suppose for me now, that person into their 70, 75.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're puff out the cupboard when you try puff out the cupboard and kill him off. Like, no, people say you really can't pay his money. You might be right, but even if they do that thing there, you still love them, but they still have their own stuff as adults. This thing is hard, not being able to speak to you.
Lovelies.
Lovelies?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't type quick enough. Yeah, I think unconditional love is a setup. I think it's a construct. I think you've got to love yourself unconditionally, and if you can't do that, you can't expect anyone to love you unconditionally. You've got to have an understanding of who you are as a person. Yeah, so I don't know. But Gary, it'd be interesting to see how you would actually act if someone came.
Yeah.
One of your daughters at that age, I don't think that would go down well at all.
I just think, I'll be like, why? I'll be like, why? Why are you dating like that? What the Papa Charlie for? Man, man, if your husband can't beat you, if your boyfriend can't beat you in a race, then, babe, what's going on?
Yeah, it's true.
if you have to run, if you as the woman has to run for the bus and wait for your husband, I'm coming.
Then it's a problem. Yeah,
it's a problem.
So Gary, when you get young girls coming with those sort of problems, do you get the urge to want to speak to them as if as a father, as a parent, so to speak? Okay.
I'll cross them.
You know what? Do you know what? I think it's only in my job. I think there's been 2 times, actually 2 or 3 times, that I've actually been moved, like felt really
bad.
Hard. For it, and both of them, 2 of them, one was 2 have been black girls, and one white girl. And I remember I was working when I was doing the young people's clinic, and I was in Myland one time. I was doing a clinic, and this girl came in, and she didn't really want to talk to me. So I said, "Oh, why don't you want to talk to me?" And she goes, "Oh, you kind of remind me of my dad's people's age." And I said, "Oh, no, it's not like." We went through, give her a couple jokes and stuff. We were talking, and she sat down, and then she was talking about how many relationships she had, and it was quite a lot. I think it was like maybe she was about probably 15, 16, that kind of age, and was talking to her. And she said she's had like sex with like say 15 or 20 boys, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was chatting to her, and I was just doing a bit of kind of what we call motivational interviewing, just talking about kind of behavior change. And then I asked her, oh, why do you think she do it? And she looked at me and she said, it's because I don't have a relationship with my dad and I feel that thing. And then she started to cry about how she really wants to see him or speak to him, but he sees her on the street and walks past her like he doesn't even know who she is. And literally, you know, when someone's telling you a story, it just touched my heart. And I was like,
Yeah.
I started to kind of whip my. I was like, no, and I wanted to like run 2 tears because she was like, literally, when he sees me on the street, he ignores me. He just walks straight past me. I know that him and my mum don't get on, but I love him and I care for him and I really want to have a relationship with him. And he doesn't talk to me. He ignores me. He doesn't. You know what I mean? And I was like, and after obviously, I think my young lady wasn't born yet, so this is So, and I was thinking, I would never do that to Red A. Like, there's no way I could see her on the street and walk past her. Now, she may not want to talk to me for some reason, but I'm still going to be like, I'm your dad. You need to acknowledge me at least. And it was proper like her. And I said, and then she was just there crying in my room, and I was like trying to. Then I want to touch her and like comfort her, but obviously professional boundaries. Boundaries like, yeah, okay, yeah, well,
you know, she's looking daddy or sex from you, one of the two.
And then you got to be kind of be supportive, but kind of thing, and then talk about mentoring and counselling, and kind of it's not about you and blah blah blah. And yes, it may be that between your mum and your dad don't get on, and this is kind of impacting on your. Just kind of do all that stuff. But I remember thinking, oh, that girl felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. And then this young white girl, I remember. She had HIV, but she was young. She's like 25, and she's only had one partner since she's 16, and and the last test she had was like 2 years ago. But she said she knows that her boyfriend, she doesn't believe her boyfriend would have cheated on her or nothing like that, and she was going at this guy from I think Guyana or one of them kind of countries. And so she got tested positive for HIV. And me and her were talking. She was just telling me the story and about how long that her and her partner have been together. And I actually believe that he hadn't slept with nobody. I think it was a child, parent to child transmission, mum to child. So I think he's had it since he's been a baby. Even though they've been sleeping with each other, they just haven't. For some reason, he hasn't passed it to her. That can happen. And like she did a test like 2 years ago, and it was negative. And then, but he's had it. But the level of HIV in his body was so high, it was not. There was no way he had it for like a year or two. He's had it for a long time.
Right.
So we reckon it was a vertical transmission and he just basically just not passed it to her. And and it's just like Tevin's story, and then her, but I wasn't upset for them. I know that she's going to be able to have children. She's going to be able to live a healthy life. There's nothing good. We've got medication now, and once you get you on the medication, you can't pass it to nobody. You can't give it to nobody. You can have a baby. Everything's blessed, so there's no problem with it. But just kind of, just kind of explaining that to her and seeing her face kind of be sad, not sad, just thinking about she's 25, she's got a whole life and she goes, oh, my life is kind of finished. I'm happy because I've got my boyfriend, the guy he was in hospital really sick at the time. But yeah, I've got him and I love him and families are so close and this, that and the other. But yeah, I just feel sad that I'm not gonna. I said no. Explaining, but kind of taking her from one position to another position was really cool. You get any kind of that feeling for her, but just. Yeah, so most times I don't. Most times I just think people are idiot. Literally, I just think people tell me stories and I'm just like, are you dumb?
Are you okay?
Yeah, like, brother, and most of it's guys will tell me some stories, and I'm like, and then they look at me like, even some black guys come in and they tell me a story, and I'm like, brother, come on. I said, brother, come on. Yeah. So, can I? Look, yeah, I've got gonorrhea. So, boy, the missus don't know, boy. So I don't know how I'm gonna tell her, boy. So, brother, can you give me some tablets so I can crush it and push it in her food? Like, brother, who am I telling?
What?
That's nothing. There was one story where the guy managed to convince the girl that she gave it to him. It was him that had it. And
Lord.
Harry's work stories are horrid. But anyway, Lorraine's saying unconditional love is a hard one. Unconditional self-love is hard too. One of the hardest. You know what? We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and that experience is hard, man. We're here to learn our soul and evolution. I agree. Part of our soul and our evolution is not being so hard on ourselves. There's so many things that I've definitely had to learn in terms of loving myself, and the chapter never ends. It's do you know what I mean? Being with human beings that will crush up the kitchen and put it in so that they don't want to let you know that you've got gonorrhea. Like, it's wild. Like, people that you have around you and everything.
Just to say one thing before you go in for, just letting people know, you cannot be treated with gonorrhea with tablets. So just let it know. You get it. It's an injection. So just in case people.
A course of tablets for gonorrhea. No,
gonorrhea is injection. Chlamydia is tablets.
Ooh, okay.
So you can get tablets for chlamydia. You can get tablets for. You can get tablets for chlamydia. You can get tablets for syphilis. But most of the time we inject people for syphilis. But you can get 2 weeks with doxy and stuff like that. So there's ways of taking it. But with gonorrhea, it's injection. Actually, to be honest with you, now if you're certain people in the world, we've got a vaccine for gonorrhea, so you can get vaccinated against gonorrhea now.
Oh, okay.
From about last 2-3 months. So now, since Black Pride was when we first started vaccinating people for gonorrhea.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get vaccinated against gonorrhea. So hopefully, eventually, it'll be eradicated.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't trust none of these lots of medication. Me don't know about that. Lorraine said, my dad has done this to me. Really, Lorraine? On one occasion, the worst was at my mum's funeral. Some men are cruel, but not all men, thank God. Oh, wow. Yeah, having strained relationship with your dad has a real impact. Really does. Hi, everyone. Have a good show. Thank you for being there, Angela. How you doing, Sugar Plum? Okay, so.
By the way, people listening, this wasn't a topic. It's just we were chatting about something and we just end up going this way.
Yeah, Lorraine, we don't even know what the topics are. So it's not a structured show at all. Okay, and we catch up and we have a laugh. And we talk about serious things as well as, I mean, last week I wanted to acknowledge the people that were hurt. That train massacre started. That train massacre started from East London, you know. So how on earth did he get from East London to Birmingham, stabbing everybody and such?
No, he didn't stab. It was when he got to a certain place. That's when he started stabbing. He wasn't stabbing.
It was
yeah. Oh, he had someone at Ponting Dock.
Yeah, no, but he was on the train and he went somewhere. He got on the train and then went somewhere. I don't think he was on the train all the way.
I wanted to acknowledge the people who were hurt in that, and do you know what I mean? Just basically say, you know
what? Some people are brave though, Trish. You see the white guy, the old white. He nearly made me cry when he was on GMTV. So white guy, he's a Nottingham Forest supporter. Got stabbed 6 times, a couple times in his head there. He said that he saw the guy with the knife. He looked around the train. He realized he was probably one of the oldest people on the train. So he thought he would protect all the people. He was going to protect all the people and try to get in way between him and the guy with the knife, and then took some stabs on behalf of other people. And he thought, why not? Like, how brave is that? Like, literally, I put my hand up to brother. I can't say I would do that. I'd like to think I would, but I don't know if I could do that.
I would like to think I would, but it would have to be a collective effort. Everyone jump this side of everybody go on.
Exactly.
Let's just jump this side and beat him to not to death, but beat him if we can't. Whole and night. What the hell? And you know, the first thing, and it's bad, because that shouldn't be the first thing that I thought. But I was like, I hope they're not black. That was the first thing that come to my head. Please don't be black, because we're already in very strenuous times. So we do not need black people running around stabbing people on a train. Like, what the fuck? So when I read it, I was like, oh, shit. It's been calm though. I've not really seen too much, but I'm sure that
Do you know what? I'm just
well.
happy. To be honest, I'm not happy he's a black guy, but I'm happy that he's not an asylum seeker, because that's what they're rolling, trying to roll on. I was just happy it wasn't the side, because the way they're going on with people like Reform and GB News and them people there, I was just like, you know what? It's sad. But anyway, you know what? That's sad that the whole obviously Jamaica. Sad. Yeah, it's so random.
It's not something we do.
But it's just random.
Like running around stabbing random people. Like, who did that?
I mean, we had the other guy. What's the one? The black guy who had mental health.
I think he had mental health.
He had mental health. In the one in Nottingham, who stabbed the two
little kids.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Black people, like, don't get used to doing this nonsense. It's a bag of nonsense. We do not do that. Running around stabbing people and
for no reason at all.
No reason at all. Just slashing innocent people's necks and all this kind of nonsense is ridiculous. So, you know, it's sad, and I just hope it doesn't happen again. I don't know what this is all about. But yeah, I was going to talk about that last week if I didn't have this high blood pressure, boy. I get auntie problems. It's true though. You used to hear about your aunties having high blood pressure. No, me had the auntie with high blood pressure.
It's frightening to see, boy.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put it on full screen mode. Okay.
The bill's $516, so I'm gonna just take out what I got, and then y'all can just split the bill on your own.
Nah, but everybody's splitting the bill, so why are you taking out what you got?
Respectfully, if you didn't have no money, you should have.
Respectfully, I'm not paying for your steak, and I'm not paying for your mac and cheese, I'm not paying for your mashed potatoes, I'm not paying for your 5,000 drinks. I mean, I know I paid the restaurant. I told Nas before that I was splitting my bill, and I'm not paying with y'all. Because I told you what it was. Go through the messages.
Nah, you should have just stayed home.
It doesn't matter. It is a birthday thing.
When you go to celebrate birthday, then you spend bread.
I'm sorry. Why y'all getting so loud? Why y'all getting so loud? Nas, get your people incorrect, because I'm not paying for their stuff. I'm not paying for their stuff. Respectfully. I got myself chicken wings and french fries.
Here until the bill is paid.
Oh, no. Y'all gotta stay here and split the bill.
I can pay for my stuff, baby.
Yeah. And nobody said y'all couldn't pay for y'all stuff, but all I'm saying is I'm not paying for y'all stuff. So I'm gonna go tell the waiter to split my shit, and y'all can figure it out. 7 wins.
If that makes your pockets feel better, babe.
It does. It's gonna make my shit feel way better.
Yeah, I guess. I hope so.
Alright, so Alex.
She didn't come out with money tonight, so you need to split
Alex, just can you put my bill on a separate thing, please? Because I don't know why they talking jazzy over here.
Well, no, there's only one
Alex,
dingy, dusty, racist prick Sutton, yeah?
Where'd that come from?
I don't know where that came from. I have no idea where that came from. But is she wrong? That was posted by Alan B, by No Bravado member Alan B. Is she wrong?
Go, Gary.
Comments, let me know what you think. Is she wrong for going out and basically saying I'm paying for what I ate? I am not paying for your 5 million drinks and your mac and cheese and your this and your that. Is she wrong?
All right, I ain't got a problem with splitting the bill, but if you know that you're going to dinner with certain people who like to have a bag of drinks and order the whole of the menu, yeah, then no, I'm not going to split the bill. I'm not. But I know that when I go out with my friends, them, Yeah, we can split the bill easily because we know that we've had more or less, our bill's going to be more or less the same anyway, so I haven't got a problem with that.
Okay, Gary?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, for me, if I'm going out for dinner, I'll split the bill. Do I feel sometimes I don't, money doesn't mean that much to me in that perspective, so it's not about the money. But I think sometimes I go out, it's really weird because all the people I go out with, or if I go anywhere, because I don't drink alcohol, most people are like, Jigger, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. So it's kind of different now. But sometimes I'll go places, like we went out. Where'd I go? I went to some restaurant with my brethren's and we ate out, and the Coke was my drink was £11 for a non-alcoholic cocktail, and I had two, right? And then man was drinking brandy, and brandy was £5.99 for a brandy, like a single brandy, or £7 for a brandy. So my cocktail, my $2 cocktail cost more than that. I mean, more than 3 brandies.
Right.
So I put in, and everyone we just paid thing. Now if we go to, I don't know, Stalk Bay, and we eat thing, and the drink something, then man ain't asking me to pay for your meal, Jigs, everything is, we'll take care of all the drinks. So I don't mind that. Is she wrong? She's not wrong if she stated it from before she went in the restaurant. She's only wrong if she states it afterwards. If that makes sense. So if you have agreement to split the bill, and then suddenly you don't do it, then you don't do it, then it's wrong. If you made it say, look, before we go in, I'm not splitting the bill. I want to do, because I keep saying to people, you need to make sure this stuff clear before you order your food. Have that conversation before the food comes to the table. Yeah. Is everyone all right splitting the bill? So she's not wrong, but also she's not right. You know what I mean? Because causing an issue at the table after the fact, you should have made that clear at the beginning. My opinion.
She said she told the birthday girl, Minard it.
Yeah, she did say at the beginning,
I told Nas beforehand, I ain't Minard do it. So I guess it's down to the birthday girl.
But see, the birthday girl should be paying nothing anyway. So really and truly, she should be paying nothing.
Yeah, she should be excluded from splitting the bill. That's it. Somebody should be paying for her bill.
I mean, me personally, I've been in these situations where hang on a minute, how comes it's not coming up live on the page? Yeah, it's saying we're live, so where is it? I've been in these situations. I drink, so I know that there's certain friends of mine that don't drink. So I will ask them, like your birthday, for instance, Shasha. I asked, is everyone okay to share the bill? My other friend that was there that don't drink, I asked her twice and I said, because you don't drink, are you okay to share the bill? You can't expect, because when we start getting to like, I don't know, them cocktails, the island iced teas and the Mai, can't expect people to pay for that if they don't drink. That's number one. Number two, I only go out, like, how can I put it? I go out with my people and I eat with people. But I've respectfully declined to go to certain, because I'm not in your tax bracket, blood. So I already know I ain't coming. Happy birthday from afar. Let me send you little flowers. And I'm not in your tax bracket. I can't afford all of that. So I'll do it.
I'll give you this is hilarious. We went to dinner. So one time my office I was working had a bit got money from some charity and stuff. So we had a hope of money. So we decided to go to dinner at the Ivy. So there was 28 people from the office. Nice bill. So we had to pay. The organisation said they will pay like £6,000 towards the meal. and stuff. And it was a lot. It was going to be a lot of money. No, actually, no, I'm lying. It was $3,000 towards the meal. $3,000 towards the meal. So the food. When you work the food out, the food came to be 2,000 something, and the drinks were like 700 quid or something like that.
Right.
At the end of that, we're all sitting around the table, so the bill's already paid. We've got enough money to pay the bill. So the waiter comes round with drinks and gives everyone a drink and stuff, and then bought a bottle of wine, like 2 bottles of wine, and put them down near our table. And so the girls had the wine that we're drinking, and there was 2 bottles of wine beside our table. So at the night, the girls took the wine and were drinking the wine just to finish it off. The wine that he had beside the table was some special wine where it was worth like £800 a bottle.
No.
because it was beside the table, they just thought it was the wine that we were given.
Yeah.
So the way it goes,
Lord.
So it come with the bill with extra £1,600 on it. And since that we had to pay. So I'm sitting there like, I don't drink alcohol. And then goes and say, I'm not paying that because we didn't drink it. He goes, those wine bottles are and he showed us the price tag. So he goes, but why did you put them by the table? Oh, we left them there for to give to other people when they come in.
No.
Goes, but it's beside our table. So with big hoo-ha, they said they're going to call police on us. Big NHS organisation.
You had set up a payment plan out of your waiter wages. No one told you to do that. Call the police. Call them.
You put a bottle on my table.
I'm not washing dishes. No one asked you for it. Out of here.
And the people who drank the wine were like people because there's a lot of people. So people at that end of the table drank the wine. So everyone at this end of the table goes, well, I ain't paid. You not got to pay because you want to taste it. Oh, Jesus. At the end of the day, I think the manager came and they got sorted it all out. And after, I didn't think they had to pay or they had to pay something. It was something had to be worked out. But it just makes me laugh. Another Christmas time, we went out for breakfast. So the first time the team, kind of new team, first forming. So everyone's organising, like, ordering like bacon and something, like eggs and stuff like that. So one person ordered lobster something.
You're gonna have to pay for your lobster.
It's your face, Trisha. Your face.
So she ordered lobster something. So at the end of the breakfast, everyone's sitting there. The bill comes round, so the manager pays for all the drinks. So then she looking and thinking, "Oh, aren't you paying for the?" Because she thought they were paying for the food as well.
What you get, you look at glasses. Yeah, that's what you get because it's out to order.
Oh God!
So the manager goes, "Okay, the bill's got to be split for people." So everyone look at that like the food on it. So everyone's paying for their bills.
Yeah, you want the lobster. I'm sorry.
And it wasn't even a hop of money. It was like £37. But everyone else's bill was like £7.50.
You had lobster. Pay for your lobster. Like when everybody was saying, like, around the table, because that would have irritated the hell out of me. Because I know when I go out with certain of my girls and that, like even when we go out to dinner jigs and all of us, it's just like we're splitting, but we know no one there taking the piss like that. But I've been out in them situations, bare champagne coming to the table, and I'm like, I'm a calculator. I'm sorry. And I don't like to be that girl. It's embarrassing when everyone's at the table like this. But in them situations when you that's all. I'm not paying for it. No. Certain of my people, we go out, we have a drink, we have a meal, we split. You know what I mean? Definitely. But no, I'm not paying for no high check. Showing off. No. Me not do it. Lorraine said, but that's why I don't eat out in groups with people I don't really know. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Lorraine said, I think I need to think about it because it depends who it is. But if you're someone who takes the Mickey, you're not taking it out of me. That's right. Oh, was it a birthday? Oh man, come on! If it's a birthday, then come on. You know it might get heavy laughing at that. Oh, for their birthday, not my birthday. I'm sorry, because she's got a whole bag of friends that she doesn't seem like she's that familiar with, and they had a whole load of drinks. I must pay for that if I don't drink. No, I don't think it's right. This happened to me recently, says Rose. It happened to me recently with a female friend. She wanted to split the bill, and I didn't have a problem really, but she left the majority of her food. So paying for what you hardly ate, no.
You know, I mean,
no.
Do you know what? I took a friend of mine's child out one day. We went somewhere for went some nice not restaurant because he was not naughty, but just have a little conversation and stuff with him. So for his birthday, he got some money, so we were going to go shopping and blah blah blah. So we ordered some food. We ordered some food. He ordered the food, so I was going to pay for everything. The brother didn't eat nothing. He ate a little thing. I don't like it. Why did you order it for? I wanted to see what it tastes like. So when you just asked the man to take it, and I said, you know what? I'm not paying for it. He goes, yeah. I said, you know the pocket money card? I think it was about £80. He had pocket money that his mum gave me to take him. So I said, this is coming out of your money. I took the £25 of the bill and paid for his meal out of his own money. He was crying to his mum and Uncle Gary did this. His mum goes, good. Like literally, she goes, this. The mum was talking. She goes, but this is why I need a guy around, like to do things like this to show people you need to be responsible. Don't just order things. I think other people are going to pay for it.
Someone else is going to pick up the bill. No,
no.
You used to pay for your shit now. See, Carl, I ain't had Carl enter the studio to defend this. Lorraine said. No, hang on. Rosemary said, going out with family now and sharing the bill, not a problem. You know it, Rosemary. And to my previous message, she ordered a lot. Eyes was bigger than their belly kiss.
Right.
Yeah, I must split. You better pull out your purse. Sorry, Swaby Harry. Good evening, Sugar Plum. How you doing?
Captain Baby.
Lorraine's left us already. I'm at it. Thanks for the shits and giggles. It's been great. Love. All that out of funny. Maybe he's laughing. But yeah, no, sorry. I don't want to be the petty bitch with the phone and split, because half of them that take out the phone and they're calculating, have you put the service charge in there? Have you put your part of the service charge in there when you're doing all of that? So I don't want to be that girl, but at the same time, I am not paying for people's lifestyle that they can't even afford. No.
Yeah, you mean?
I'm not doing it.
Ordering champagne at the bill.
And cocktails are like £10. So when you're having 5 and 6 of them and there's multiple of you doing that, I ain't paying for that. No. She had chicken wings and some chips, is what she said. And maybe a one drink. And then you're saying, oh, respectfully, you should have stayed at home if you've got money. If you've got money, you got it.
Yeah.
Pay the bill then. Get out of it. I didn't think she was wrong. I didn't. But let's see. What was you going to say, Gal?
But these. No, I'm going to be honest with you. This is more of, it's going to sound quite sexy, more of a woman issue. Guys, we don't have them type of, because at the beginning, this shit gets sorted out before we pay the bill. before we get to a restaurant, man, sorted that stuff out.
I have been out, said dinners that I'm speaking about, no names to be mentioned on said podcast, but it's been with guys that have been gassoing and gassoing. Champagne, Lauren Perrier. It's been with guys.
Is
I'm
it?
back
Okay.
at the end when the bill comes, everyone's scrambling. It depends on the people, I guess.
Okay,
I think.
yeah.
But I know who I'm going out to eat with in a group.
Yes.
That's it.
No worries, no qualms.
Yeah, everyone just split, and we know that no one's taking the piss. It just is what it is. But No Bravado Massive, what did they have to say? Kwame said, depends on what was agreed before. When me and my boys go out, there's always a couple who cover for those who may not have cash and don't want to say. Love that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Agreed. And in this case, she said she told them she wasn't going to split and only pay for her own, but they still expected her to split. If she had a problem with that, then they should have told her not to come then. She obviously knew her pocket and what she could afford and communicated that, but they still want her to split a $512 bill. They're not her people. That would be the last time I saw them if that were me. Absolutely, Davina. Rico said this is going to be a heated one. Carol Scott said she's not wrong, and it also depends on what everyone ordered. Daniel Maidan Shaw said, I'm not one for sponsoring people's eating habits. There's reasonable and then there's a piss take. Absolutely. And when I do it, when you're piss taking, and you must know how you're going to pay for your million cocktails. I'm sorry. When I eat out, says Davina, with just one or maybe two others, I don't mind splitting. But when it's a whole group and people taking the pee and ordering the whole menu, drinks to match, I'm paying for my own ish and done. To be fair, in all of my time eating out in big groups, 9 times out of 10, everyone pays for their own order, and there has never been any passa about it. It's always just been assumed that we pay for our own. Shah said, I don't mind splitting the bill, but when you're ordering a bunch of things, please make sure you can cover your bill. Right. Jan Pink said she's not wrong. To avoid discrepancy, especially pay your own bill. Some people eat and drink more than others. I might have one drink and then the other person's having half a dozen. I might order a burger and chips and someone's ordering lobster and steak and chips. I'm not about to pay for someone else's bill. Pay for what you eat. Simple. Rosemary Douglas said she's right. I would have made it clear from the start I'm only paying for what I ordered. And it sounds like she did, and they were still giving her jib at the table. So that would have gone all the way left for me, because there was one girl in particular, like, respectfully, you should have stayed at home. Shut your mouth and pay your bill. It would have gone left. Like, who are you talking to?
But the thing about it is, if I wasn't there, it would still be the same bill. So what difference does it make? How does it make a difference? You still have to pay the same amount of money, because I'm not costing you nothing. I'm paying for mine, so I'm not costing you nothing to pay your things.
Right. So if I've paid for my things, why are we arguing and getting loud? And you should have stayed at. Or people come out with no money. If you've got so much money, pay for my chicken wings then.
Right.
Raggedy. I'm trying to watch my language because you know I want to call her a raggedy. Oh shit. Okay, it's come out. It's not wrong. Anonymous said, Trisha, there's both right and wrong. Who's right paid what they had, cut and run? Who's wrong is left to pay what they could slice, but it collide. 5,000 drinks, all right, maybe she exaggerated. However, 500 drinks, 50 drinks, 5 drinks. Hope them have enough money on their card. I'm sure they won't be carrying on. So again, definitely. I still don't think she's wrong. I'm like, how is she wrong?
She said she told the woman, whoever it was, that she was only going to be paying for what she had from day dot.
Have you ever done Lucky Dip, Trisha?
No.
Trisha, you never done Lucky Dip?
No, did I do it?
I did Lucky Dip once. we went out. We went to this restaurant I go to, all the Italian restaurant. It's lovely, food's amazing. So a group, me and about 12 of us went to this restaurant. Yeah, football team, 12, and everyone puts their the card and the thing in, and the waiter just picks one out, and that person has to pay. I've done that once. Done it once, and no, I didn't pay it. It wasn't me. Another guy.
I'm not doing it. I don't hang my hat where I can't. I just don't like embarrassment. I don't like to show off. When I was younger, I was frivolous with money. So I'd buy me champagne and I'd have me little drinks and whatever. And I was more frivolous. The older I've become is the more responsible I've become. And I guess just I've always had money. I've had money, and then I go through difficult periods. Like there might be patches, like everybody, that they have different financial periods. So like now, I've always worked alongside having my business, so to make sure that I've got money, and then I'll have whatever happens with the business happens. But you've got your money coming in. Now I've decided I'm not going to work for anybody again. It's just purely my business. Of course, I've had tough weeks, but then me sitting around pretending that all is just to show off and fit in, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I don't have it. Me I can take my loss and invest, as Butcher Benton said, while putting breath. You know what I mean? You've got things to do with your money. When you get older, you ain't got time to be showing off. I really don't. So there's certain things now, like when I look at it, like even raving, I don't rave that much anymore anyway, but there's certain raves I'm like, what, so what? If I've paid £80 or £90 before I've even started, then you got to get outfit, then you got to get haircut, then you got to get like that's like you're working at £400 before you've even like. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm too old for that shit. Especially, I can see my little house in the Caribbean somewhere. I don't have time to spend big money on champagne that I'm going to vomit out this out the following day. No, I'm not doing it. Right. But anyway, the general consensus here, she wasn't wrong. People are saying that they will pay for their own. That's why I always bring cash to dinner gatherings. I just place my cash on the table.
Get on with it.
That's right, Brianna. That's right. Put your cash down and that. They're not her friends. Set up. They know she's having financial difficulties. Taz said that would be me. Not wanting to split the bill. I don't eat much. I don't drink much. So the money's not going where my mouth is, not someone else's. Half these people would not even thank you. I'm not paying for no one else. I've learned this lesson already. Davina said that we got really mature responses here because everybody was saying if she ain't got money, then she should have stayed home. But she had money to pay for what she ate and drank. So
right.
I can understand where she's coming from, but most of our crew said she is right. Similar happened to me some years ago. Friends were licking back double, treble glasses of liquor. All I drank was a bottle of water. I think the water was £2.50. I gave the guys £5 and told them the bib is theirs. There really wasn't an issue. I bet the one making up the most noise eat and drink the most. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, all of you think that you can drink out the Grand Canyon. When I tell you I'm off to the bathroom, you can figure it out. Not coming back. She's right. She's right, to be fair. Some people are so entitled. Hang on, what did people are entitled? They want to be extravagant with what they order and expect others to pay the bill. Piss off. This bird's behaviour isn't very becoming and puts men off from dating certain women. It's tacky, says Anne-Marie. Kwame said, I remember years ago, a friend of mine and I were invited to a party in Mayfair. We got there and the celebrant ignored us. He had a table full of drinks and women. Anyway, me and my friend bought a couple of bottles and sat at another table. I don't even think we sat at a table. We got to the end of the night and the birthday boy has come to us to contribute to the table bill. Till today, I've never spoken to that guy again.
The cheek.
Not chatting to you again. He said, to this day, I ain't seen or spoken to him again. Sandy said she's not wrong, but maybe she should have discussed it beforehand to avoid issues. They're wrong for telling her that she should have stayed home, etc. I think so. I don't like embarrassment, and I don't like embarrassing people, so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But yeah, most of our crew were like, absolutely not. So yeah, Carl, where you there?
Carl's asleep.
In my
man.
com.
Come in. He put something in the group. I said, come and defend your post. Let me see what this one is, if this is it. He said it's coming on in half an hour. It's been an hour.
Please, show finish soon.
Yeah, right. He's not coming on. Oh, can you hear that?
I can hear it, but I can't. Who's that? Carl.
See it.
Can't see it.
This is Carl's post. So let me share the screen. Right. This is what Carl said to me and said that we need to discuss it. So this is this gentleman's opinion.
They wait for the winners. It's why we see women leave relationships 7 or 8 times out of 10. And it's not because he's a winner. It's not because he's chasing excellence and accomplishing great things in his life. It's usually because things aren't working out for him. Women really don't care about a man's struggles. They wait for the winners. It's why we see women leave relationships 7 or 8 times out of 10. And it's not because he's a winner. It's not because he's chasing excellence and accomplishing great things in his life. It's usually because things aren't working out for him. Women really don't care about a man.
So I disagree. What say you guys?
Carl's probably right. Not Carl, but the video's probably right. Like, lots of people in relationships don't care about their partners. Jeez, women. They're just there. I'm saying that's about the women not caring about their partners, yeah? And just being there for the emotion, just be there for the quick ride. Is that what you're saying?
He's saying that we wait for the winners. We don't care about men's struggles. We just wait for them.
Yeah, so if there's a better opportunity, not all, but if there's a better opportunity, they will go and jump to the fresher catch. I've seen that enough times.
With men doing it to women, not women doing it to men.
Women do it to men.
Charlene, what say you? I don't.
She's one of the culprits.
You're saying that people will run off with that, just for money, you know.
Do you know what I mean?
That was someone that was 23 years older than her because for the money. What were you saying?
Right. No, I don't agree at all. I don't. There's a lot of women out. I would say a lot of women. I feel that some people get in relationships for their own gain. I know men and women who get in relationships because the opposite, a man will get in relationship with a woman because they've got a house, they've got a car, it benefits them, and vice versa. I've seen it happen. I have seen it happen, but I don't think that a majority of women leave relationships because a man not doing nothing. They want to have got with a person because they see potential for them, but if they're not seeing that person grow and putting into action what they've said, then yeah, you're gonna leave after a certain time. Who's gonna be with somebody who's gonna just be talking? I'm not somebody who does talking. You can talk your little heart off to me, but if I don't see nothing progressing or you're trying to do certain things, I can't, and I'm not going to. Period. And if you're that person to do that, then good luck to you. Women don't walk away from a relationship just like that.
No, I disagree. I know enough women that have helped their guys, stood by their guys through difficult times. I know for me personally, there was a guy that I dated that didn't earn as much as me, but I liked him, and he grew up or whatever, and I liked him, and he had issues with his car, and he asked me to help him get a car, which I did. And yeah, no, I thought I heard a car come in, but no, he hasn't come in. And I helped him to get his car, and then he drove around his next woman in the car. So you can't say that we don't help. We do help. We do.
No, not help. Look, I'll give. I know you lot. I know you lot watch the show. Go on.
Finish this bit though, but it's not that we don't. It's like what Charlene said. If you are comfortable being in a slump, that's a problem. But we don't just, well, the women that I know, and for me personally, we don't just jump it because you're not winning. Like, I don't think that's true at all.
All right. So whenever you watch any, and I know TV or film imitates real life to a certain perspective, but even watching shows that I watch and that they represent things. When I remember watching Insecure, the same thing. Issa didn't want my man Lawrence when he was in chilling at home.
Not true. As she said, I'm an insecure connoisseur, like you are. As she said to him, it went on. So at first she was supportive, and then it on and on and on. And he was just sitting on the couch, and he wasn't doing anything about it. After a while, that became irritating. It's not that she dumped him because he wasn't winning. It was because
when he started winning, got his job, then she come back. No,
she was sorry that she had cheated on him.
Yeah,
and she wanted him back anyway, but he didn't want her back. But
yeah, because
it wasn't when he was winning. She wanted him back anyway, but it was.
I thought she went back because he's winning. He had a job and he was getting his life together.
No, that wasn't true. Go back and watch it again.
I watched it. That's what happened, man. He only wanted him when he got back together. That's why she wanted him back, man. She didn't want Lawrence. Lawrence is gone.
She loved Lawrence, but Lawrence was just comfortable sitting. And when they had their lunch, when they had that dinner, and she explained how bad it was, he was like, crikey, I didn't even realize it was that bad. Like, coming home to someone just sitting on the couch, scratching their balls for years, after a while, that's going to make someone want to leave you. Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's true, but what did there was some comments on it. Hang on.
Winner.
I don't hear you anymore because you're chatting shit. He's determined that he's going to talk. There wasn't much comments on this, but let me show you what they did say. There's enough women that help their men. And then when they get rich, then they go and leave them for somebody else that's younger, and that happens, I think.
Absolutely.
When you lot get on your feet, then you
Bye.
That's out with a younger version that don't want you for nothing but your money. But Davina said, boy. This is what Natty had to say. Can you see this? Hang on.
No comments.
Volume. Can you see what my screen?
Yeah, you can see it, but no volume.
Okay, hang on.
Will not respect you. Even your children will not respect you. Because even when you give your wife money, the children think that it's his mother that is paying the school fees. Because she goes to the bursar. She buys the Christmas clothes. She brings food. And so they go to her first before they come to you. When they go to her, the thing goes round and round, but they come to you. You now give to her. She will not give to them. So, the average man, Bible says a man shall provide for his family. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Whosoever does not provide for his family is worse than an unbeliever because he has betrayed the faith.
Connected Minds podcast.
Okay. too many men feel this way online, so I guess it must have some truth to it. So I called out Carl. Carl just ignored me because he was saying we need this. But back your talk, innit? Carl not responded or turned up today. Jennifer said, I disagree. Nearly everyone I know has stood by their male partner until he got his shit together, if he didn't have it together already. Absolutely. Where's he getting this information from? I 100% disagree. So, yeah. Women disagree and men think it's true. But I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I not the women that I know. We're not going to just ditch you because the grass is greener on the other side. And it's like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but the women that I know, they tend to stand by their guys. And I think I was listening to something the other day, and I'm glad that we're starting to veer off into different topics. It's not just relationships, because it put me to think, like, are these things really just to continue to cause divide between us? Because some of the things that are out there are just not true.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
So, someone put a full stop, but I don't know what that means. But yeah, so that was Carl's topic. I wanted to hear his point, but he's chickened out. As I knew you would, Carl.
Go on, that's a pure Carl. Don't knock him up. Don't knock him up. Carl, he's going to say yes.
So you honestly think that, Gary? How often?
It's not it's all individual, but I do think that people switch for better things when the grass is greener. We did a topic a few months ago about the girl whose partner was really cool with her and loved her, but she met some guy and he was chatting to her and giving her all the he dressed nice, smelled nice, all that thing. And it's the same thing. It's trying to level up. It's like they're always looking for something above. Yeah. We did a topic a couple weeks ago, and then we've done other topics like that when it's that kind of leveling up. So it's maybe not as like what he said. It's kind of just they want the finished article, but it's all there's a bit of a relationship where they're trying to level up or they're looking for the next best thing. No, and that's not all girls. I'm not saying that's all women, but I do find that a lot. I mean, but then lots of girls will say to me, lots of guys are looking for the next young thing.
Yeah, they are.
The next young thing, the new model, the newer model. What do you mean?
Yeah, then they go and DM somebody and all up in their DMs with their love heart eyes.
You sit there, smiling up, please.
I don't know. All right, next topic. This was posted by you, I believe, Shasha. All right. So what would you do Wednesday? So, after 14 years of marriage, we divorced because we grew into two different people. But after the papers were signed, we never really let go. We just stayed in touch, not out of obligation, but because it was easy. No arguments, no pressure, just connection. Over time, that friendship turned into something deeper. The chemistry came back and we started sleeping together. Meanwhile, I rushed into a new marriage with someone wonderful, but it doesn't feel the same. Now I'm stuck between the past and the present. I don't want to leave my new wife, but I'm scared going back to my ex would only lead to the same pain. Or maybe this is just something temporary. Honestly, I don't know what this last bit you're saying here. I don't know.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I think must have read. Sorry.
Must be. Okay, so No Bravado Massive. What do you think about that? I'll ask you lot first before we share their comments. What do you think about that?
Happens, innit? Some people want to go back to the exes because it's comfortable and they feel that they had a connection, and sometimes they feel like they've broken up with people for no reason at all, or for a situation. But you know what? I didn't really want to break up with them. And then even with divorces, you'll find
marriage,
because some people just don't want to be alone. No, people like that.
huge problem, though. You know.
Yeah, some people just don't want to be alone. People go at people just for the sake of they're not alone. And some people, and look, do you know what? I would say most people fall into relationships. They may not just go out there thinking I want to date somebody, but you start hanging out with somebody and eventually they're in a relationship together. They don't even know how they got in a relationship. Yeah. So we've been on a couple of dates. We could end up sleeping it together. The next minute it's 6 years later, and then boy, might as well say we're together now, innit? Or what did Jaggy Jed say? We might as well just do it.
Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, you might as well just do it, innit? Yeah. I remember that song. I used to love it. And someone was like, that song's a disrespect. I'm not singing it. And then when I listened to it, like, you might as well marry me, like, out of it. But what do you think, Shasha?
I think that, kind of like what Gary said, people jump into relationships for safety. He was too quick to get into another marriage, way too quickly. He didn't give himself enough time to process his feelings, to process what happened, where it went wrong, all the rest of it. He's got married and then gone and got divorced quickly because he's upset. And I will say, don't do things when you're in your emotions, because you're just all over the place. Calm down, process it, and then see how you feel afterwards. He's done it all the way wrong. So now he's caught himself as he said, in a position between the past and the present. He may like his new wife or like things about her, but deep down, all he knows that all they needed to do was have a conversation as two adults and see if anything could be rectified. Now they've seen that, yes, there are genuine feelings still there, and maybe they shouldn't have got split up, but then you got somebody else who's going to get hurt at the end of it, which is not nice.
Do you think that? Go on.
No, but people, and this is what I'm saying to people. You always got to think about what's happening in your life. You make decisions for the moment. Lots of people make decisions for the moment, not for the future. So you think about how you feel at this precise moment, but not how you're going to feel in 3 or 4 years' time or whatever. So things are like, and I suppose it's you know what? I remember saying to somebody, one of the truest songs that I can ever think of was So Solid Crew, 21 Seconds. If it don't happen now, people don't want it. Like, it's got to happen right now. You got 20 seconds. I got 21 seconds to make my mic. I got to make my mark. Like the rest of your time is finished. I got these little short time to do what I got to do. There's so many people in the world. There's so many of us. We've got this short little time to kind of make a mic. And sometimes you jump into things and jump over hurdles to get to something. And while you're jumping over the hurdles, you're distracted about what's going on. You're not thinking about what's happening. You're just thinking, I need to get over this hurdle because this hurdle means we're getting divorced or we're ending up with someone else. Or if I do this, then this is going to happen. But it doesn't necessarily going to happen that way. So you need to kind of be focused on what you want and how you want to do it. You can't. And what you're doing it for. And that's why I say you got to be understand why you're doing it. Is it because you remember something, how things go? Because if it broke down once before, who said it's not going to break down next taker? Once your distraction is finished, because you're distracted from your new partner or your old partner with the new partner. So once you're with this new partner, will you be distracted again by someone else or something else?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Some people who, if you're in a long-term relationship or in a long-term marriage, and for whatever reason, communication has broken down, you're angry, you're just having arguments or whatever the case may be, you put yourself in a situation where now you're getting divorced, and then you go and jump into a relationship. No, heal. Give yourself time to heal. You know, I don't know how long they were separated for, how long before his new marriage got into play, but it just seemed to me that if you do not allow yourself to process things and to heal emotionally, you're going to end up being in situations that you don't need to be in, which is what he's in right now.
Do you think that the ex-wife is wrong to still be sleeping with him, knowing that he's married?
At principle, yes, don't. Because I will say, what you don't like done for yourself, don't do it to somebody else. Yes, you were married.
first, though, isn't it? So
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you were married. Now you're divorced. You know that he's married. Give the woman, even if you don't know the other woman that he's married to, give her the respect that you would want for somebody to give to you, and say, you know what, bruv, you need to sort out your situation right now because I don't feel right sleeping with you and you're married. It's not right. I wouldn't want you to do that to me, and I certainly
But
don't want
it's
it.
okay.
Whatever. No, seriously, I just think, and some people might say, oh, well, you know, why should she have to say anything? But at the end of the day, it takes two to tango. And if you as a woman says no to certain things, nothing can go on. Nothing can happen. But if you're happy to just to sleep with him, what you're doing with him, how you think what makes you think if you do get back together again, that he's not going to go and cheat on you? Because he's already shown you that he can do it.
yeah, if a man cheats with you, he can cheat on you for sure.
Exactly. So I'm just not getting that whole, what are you getting out of sleeping with your ex-husband, knowing that he's married? What are you getting out of it? Nothing. You're just putting yourself in a situation and going to have a woman upset and hurt because she feels that she's in a marriage that is good and all happy, and it's not. If you want to get back with each other, then do that and get divorced and leave the woman alone.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what did our massive?
What do you think, Trish?
I think that I think once one of my exes would tell you, once I'm done, I'm done. I don't go back. Done for a reason, isn't it? I've got good relationships with most of my exes. One crosses I would never chat to. But there's two crosses I would never chat to actually. But I think once you're done, you're done. I think it is basically what you was talking about. Is for me, it was what is the issue? Because sometimes, like, even I feel like I spend a lot of time single, and like you talk to people, and they're like, "Oh, you're single," and the head goes to the side, and then
oh,
it's my best life. Half the time you're in these relationships and you're not happy. So you're just in a relationship because you don't want to be alone, or you want to be able to say my husband or my wife or whatever the case may be. Actually looking at if you're compatible with this person, do you get on? Do you make each other laugh? Because I think that's important. Do you get on? Are you happy? And I don't think that's looked at. I think that people treat singledom like it's a disease, and I think what's the point of being in a relationship if you're not happy? So I think for him, and that's what it took me to, like, different people that I know, guys as well, because I think guys have a problem being alone. They always feel like they need another one, like a rotating sort of like women. They can't be on their own, so they'd rather just put up with stupidness than be alone. And I don't get that. I think that's the bigger issue, is not comfortable being by yourself. I think that's the bigger issue.
Do you know what? I just read in Cleopatra's Egyptians, damn right, there's no going back. It's a case of moving on. See, I think that's weird, because you know what? Sometimes there's misunderstanding in relationships, and sometimes you need to be apart from someone to understand. So I'm not saying you need to be I'm not saying you need to be sleeping with other people, but sometimes you need to take a step away from people. I can remember, I don't know if you used to watch Blackish.
Yeah. Yes.
When they got they kind of got separated, but they just kind of, whatever they did was get on each other's nerves, and and then it took something to bring them back together, and they realized how much they love each other. So sometimes you can separate, but you don't need to be, or you can be divorced, whatever. But it doesn't mean you don't love the person, who you can't go back to the person, because sometimes you just need some space to kind of clear your head. So I don't necessarily think once you've done with somebody, you can never get back with them. I just mean,
Well, if you run off and get married, then I can say that.
Exactly.
But I mean, what, you back, Trish?
Not if you got married to someone else.
Why not?
Why would you?
If I got married to someone else and then I said, you know what, boy, Trish, you know what, I'm getting divorced from my wife and because I want to be with you. I divorced my wife and I'm talking, yeah, I'm going to be with you. But and I'm showing commitment, aren't I?
No, you're showing that you're mix up.
No.
A mixed bomber seed. That's what
I'm coming back to claim you. I know you like to be claimed.
You're claiming me, blood. After you got married, I'd be so vexed. Especially if you got married quick. Like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? What did our crew say? Let's see what they had to say. Because they are funny, these lot are. Share screen. What did they say? Hang on, let's see what they had to say. So, separation can make the heart grow fonder in a few cases, but an ex is an ex for a reason, ultimately, says Daniel. Al Harvin said you're weak. Simply, you're weak, blood. Why you said that? He didn't come back to you. He needs to let go of the past. It's a fantasy, says Colette. Cleopatra Simpson said he should have let go when he signed the divorce papers. Why put everything at risk? You left an unhappy marriage and embarked on something new, and now sleeping with your ex. It's a fantasy that will never make it in the real world. Put an end to this relationship with your ex. Stop communicating and get on with your new life. If you can't do that, then do the right thing and let your new wife go on to live a fulfilling life with someone who can treat her with love and respect she deserves. You signed up for better or for worse. You're just giving worse. Yes, mate. Let me like that. You're just giving worse. 14 years of marriage, says Davina, is no little bit. So I truly understand feelings were still there, especially as you say it was all amicable, and yes, you can be friends with exes. Both my parents were friends with theirs. But here's the thing that makes you a prick. Sorry, Carl. You rushed into another marriage while still harboring feelings for someone else. And here's another thing that makes you an even bigger needle word. You chose to cheat on your current wife with the person you're still harboring feelings. Cheating is a choice. Plus, your ex knows you're married, so she's not excluded from fault either. Yeah, definitely. You and your ex are fucktards. I don't know what you're gonna do with me because it's not just us; it's the crew as well. Who deserve each other. Man, let your wife go so she can find a man that truly loves her and isn't going to waste her time like you so evidently are doing or did. Lisa Van Horn said, "Tan with your new wife and lower your ex. You should have never got married. You're still harboring feelings for your ex-wife." Anonymous said, "You're not stuck, brother. You're confused. Your past is staring your future straight into a head-on collision. You're asking for help in a situation you created and allowed to unfold, and in the process, you risk damaging a sister who doesn't deserve to be caught in your madness. What you need, my brother, is help, counseling, and to be honest, look at yourself. I say this from experience. I was once married to one of the most respected black businesswomen in the UK, a woman truly in her league of her own professionally, but her personal insecurities and unresolved issues became cracks that eventually destroyed our marriage. But like the brother in this discussion, she once came home unexpectedly and caught her husband in position she never even knew about. With Lord, with the tea there, let me drink some sips of water. Caught her husband in position she never even knew about with their house staff, maid, au pair, whoever it was. Decades later, she's still carrying it and hasn't healed from the betrayal. In reflection, it's haunted and destroyed every relationship she's had since. She too is is in desperate for guided counselling, where adults, and as such, adults, nothings was nice as a youth, but we're supposed to be wiser and older, respectable people, no dog like an old dog, eh? Some of the sisters ain't better either. Better to end the relationship or worse, marriage that's gonna end that then completely destroy someone you claim to love. Yeah, I agree.
I got a text message from an anonymous person. It says,
Right.
I feel like your people stroke listeners are inexperienced or just plain dishonest going with groupthink.
Nah, they need to spend time in the group. Not them. They are unruly. They have no behavior. They target. Some of this is actually they've been really well behaved, but when they're ready to go and knock, they do. Nobody. I don't think just says things for the sake of saying it, because they do catch up in the group. And I don't think it's experience. I think it's just people's personal. I don't like being cheated on, so I don't cheat. I think you get to an age where you just treat people how you want to be treated, really. The real troublemaker said, the man is a bum. If he was, say, 25, I can imagine so, but grow up here, mate. See? Perfect example of how they talk in our group. They said, the man is a bum. Do you know what? He's a bum. Fix up. You can't have your cake and eat it at the same time. Stop playing with people's feelings. You just need Jesus.
Can I say one thing? One thing? I don't know if I said this to you lot before, but I hate that saying.
You can't have cake because cake is for eating, isn't it?
So what's the point of having the cake if you can eat it? I hate it. I hate that thing. Like, if I got a cake, the first thing I would do is eat it. What's the point of having cake and not eating it?
Cake, boy. Can't tell me I can't eat cake.
Oh, Lord.
I hate that saying. Can't have your cake and you can't eat it too. What's the point of me having the cake if I'm not going to eat it?
Well, you know what she means metaphorically. But Jennifer, this is Jennifer's, says he needs Jesus. She's an ex for a reason. Anonymous. If you don't want to leave your new wife, you must leave your old wife, or the new wife will eventually find out and make the decision for you. Carla Negus said, weak boy alert. Ian Noble said, you obviously still love your first wife. You need to make up your mind and stick to it for life, as two will never go into one. Mammy Lashy Irwin said, sir, go back to your wife and leave the new lady alone. You clearly do not want to be there, so let her go and find her husband. Roll eyes. Ike said, what's the matter with you? Grow a set, will you? See what I'm saying? They're fucking rude when they're ready in it. Simples, says Julie Thomas. I don't understand how I get a cold every time I sit in front of the screen. It's wild. I was fired until I sat here. Michael Maxwell said, how did you rush into another marriage? Was your new wife a side piece while your first marriage was going downhill? Good point. I think you have to ask yourself, are women attracted to you because of some forbidden fruit, but once together, it's not the same? Are you excited and tempted by risk over working on what you already have? I would say be with neither and focus on getting your mind straight. If your ex still wants you once you are single, then make a slow burner, then rushing back into where you left off. Your current wife could forgive this and together work with you to heal your relationship, but more than likely never have anything to do with you once she finds out who the other woman is. Time alone will allow you to focus. Now, that's, to me, an emotionally balanced response. Because that's what I don't think people do. You jump from one relationship to, it's what Natalie was saying the other day when she was on. How do people do it? Jump from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next, without getting time to gather yourself. And I think that's where you're going wrong. If you're expecting people to know you, but you ain't taking the time to know yourself, then it's long. Natty said, I don't mind being a side chick to my ex-husband. The love I lost him suddenly grew back after divorce. Okay. I'm not going to be married and then downgrade myself to side chick. You must be mad.
You're not right.
I'm not doing that either.
That's an idiot move.
John Shaw said, just keep both. And Michael Django said, you're an idiot. And what did Natty say? Natty's always got something to say. Hang on.
My wife doesn't love you.
Hang on. Is he going to play it again?
I love you.
What about your wife?
My wife doesn't love you.
That's what they had to say. That is what they had to say. Hang on. Cleopatra said, why leave to go back? Make a commitment to what you really want. There's no point in being part of a wishy-washy process of do I want to be in it or not. Make a decision. Live with what you choose. Don't ruin people's lives because you don't know what you want. I agree. But that's it? You lot are done on this topic?
Good. Oh, good. Good. Oh, I've got no. Let me read the next text as well. Hold on.
Yeah, go on.
Let's see what they say. Oh.
Let me just get a tissue quickly because this is ridiculous. Every single time I sit down. Go on, read it.
No, they're cracking jokes. They're cracking jokes. They said if they were with their partner and they wanted to agree with their ex-partner, they're gonna. I'm gonna tell her to add her name to the group. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna suck it, and I'm gonna lick it.
Okay.
All I heard was eat it, suck it, and lick it. What are we eating, sucking, and licking? What happened?
the ex-man, whatever. The ex-partner, whatever. They got divorced, whatever.
We'll go back and eat it and suck it and lick it.
Yeah, basically.
Well, right. I don't know. Because I don't want to sit up here acting like holier than thou. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I try not to go into relationships knowing that the person's got someone. I don't do that consciously. The last person that I dated, I think I don't know, but I think that there was something there. There was a marriage there, but he was very single. I didn't, you know what I mean? It was only afterwards, like years after. I think there was like this person's. I'm like, really? I would have never have known. But if he had said, "Oh, I'm married," it wouldn't go there. But yeah,
a girl I know was she was with somebody for enough years. The person died, and at the funeral, his other family was there. Like, because she was trying to organize the funeral, and the person was like, "I'm organizing the funeral. And I've been with him for 4 years," and she goes, "Well, I've been with him for 6 years, and he's got kids with me." He ain't got no kids with you, has he? No, she ain't got no kids with me.
Organise the funeral, yes. Organise it. I mean, I'll take on the financial stress. Go on with it. Go on with it. I don't even know if I would go if I found out that there was a whole family. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Sorry, I read the text wrong. Sorry. So I'd eat it, I'd suck it, and I would lick it. Kiss my teeth, laugh out loud, and then they put that was about having cake and eating it too.
Oh, no, man, you have family cake. We've got 10 minutes. Let me see what we got left. What have I got here? Oh, funny enough, it kind of goes on to the it follows on. So we'll do a quick 10 minutes on this. Kind of follows on. maybe this is why I chose this. When a married man is dating a married woman, what exactly are they both looking for? So, has anyone been in a relationship and cheated with anybody that's in a relationship?
Yeah, when I was younger.
What was you looking for when you did that?
How's that Afrobeat record go? Happiness.
You know, you're not with stress, but you're in a certain bit stress if you're cheating, right? Like some of my girlfriends, right? When they, I'm like, how do you do this? I don't understand, like, how you do it. Like, I'd be so hot, I'd get caught. I'd just hot up myself. I'd just fucking dumb and hot up myself. Have you ever been in a relationship?
Nope. I don't
Never
believe
cheated.
in it. I don't like it done to me. So today I've never. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I can't. My conscience will kill me.
Have you ever slept with someone knowing that they've got a girl?
No. Not knowing.
Yeah.
I don't even want. Put it this way. Once you say to me, "Oh, I've got a girlfriend," I'm not even listening to you anymore. I've gone. I'm not interested.
All right. So let me put a scenario to you, right? So say, for instance, you're dating a guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then, like, a year later, you found out that there was somebody else, but you're in it now. Are you leaving straight away, or are you going to try and work it out, or what does that
Are
look like?
they still in a relationship? Or it's done?
Let's say no. Let's say
I'm
that
done. I'm done. No, because I'm big on trust, and if I cannot trust you, it's for me. It's a no. I've not doing it. I've been in that situation before, and yeah, one of my exes did that with I actually confronted him back. He was shocked that I knew what he was doing, and he was like, "How did you know?" I'm like, I live with you. Like, I know you. You're going out with your bedrooms, then, and I don't smell one weed or no Guinness on you. Are you crazy? Are you
Yeah.
acting? Nah. Are you mad? Do you really think I'm that stupid to not realize those things? And he come down up to me and he goes, "How did you know?" I said, "Because I didn't smell no weed or no form of bait on you, and the whole of you lot smoke and drink."
Right.
So no. From when I find out that you have been dishonest and betrayed my trust, I can't. I have tried it before and it didn't work. My mind, if the moment you out of my sight, I'm going to see John or Peter, have you really gone there? And if I have to question that, if I have to have that question in my head, I can't. I'm not going to torture myself with thinking, "Oh, has he gone there? Has he not?" Nah.
Charlene Popper got the credit card receipts.
Is that right? That is okay. I swear to God. And I catch all of the foolishness.
I've been there, done that. I don't. I just, I know what it feels like. So I wouldn't want that I wouldn't want to know knowingly that I've done it to somebody else. So you can say as much so as you like. I'm done.
Gary, have you been with someone in a relationship?
He answered before you even finished it, boy.
How did that work for you? Did you want to be with her afterwards?
It wasn't even like that. It was just like, yo, you would doing just is what I didn't have the same. Maybe I ain't got the same morals as you lot when I was like, oh, it is what it is. Then no stress for me. You know what I mean? It was quite no stress for me, no drama. Can't tell me. What can you tell me? Oh, when you see you, go and see your man in it.
You're cold.
What can you tell me? What can you tell me? You can't tell me that. You mean?
Would you wife somebody that you was in that type of relationship with? Would you go on to then have like a real serious relationship with them?
Yeah, I could do. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't. Yeah, could do. Depends how I felt for the person. I mean, it all depends on what happened, how things panned out in it. But yeah, could do. When I suppose I said when I was, I think because when you was young, especially when I was younger, we used to go rave all the time. We used to get girls' numbers for fun and chat to girls all the time back when I was younger. Like yeah. And I remember I said, even though a lot of people thought I was ugly, and was like, oh, he's ugly, you're the ugly one out of the group, and blah blah blah. And he still chat to girls and like, oh yeah, can we get a number, write it down, go hang out with them. End up, oh, got a man. I remember one girl, she used to work. Well, actually, I can't say where she worked because that'll give it away. She used to work in a nightclub, a famous nightclub, and then she had a man, and we used to just chat in the nightclub, and I knew the guy and stuff, and then we end up doing a quick couple times. Yeah.
And you knew the guy?
Yeah, I felt a bit kind about
You're crosses, you know, Gary. I swear.
I didn't know him personally. Well, I knew him personally, but I didn't know. I knew him through her. So she introduced me to him. So he's not my friend.
Right.
I know her. She introduced me, and I said, see him. We said hello. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't date. This can sound quite. I don't know if it's hypocritical. So I would if I knew the guy before I knew the girl, I probably wouldn't. Right. But if the girl introduced me to the guy, then it's not my virgin, is it? That makes sense.
Are you talking about Gary, Bob? My mum said the girl's got a bloody cheek.
What? Got a cheek of what?
I suppose the cheating. Why are you saying she's got a bloody cheek, Bobby? Right, she's saying introducing him to the man, knowing that it's her man, and that she's cheeky.
That's because I'm trustworthy. That's because I'm trustworthy.
She's looking.
Because you know I'm not gonna blow up your spot, so I'm trustworthy.
Keo Empress Charlotte said, "Mummy's right," but yeah, why would you do that? Honestly, looking some kind of mix-up, and you see how you're all right, but it could be just like really dangerous. Like I've never agreed with when guys are cheating and they take you into the house that they live with their partner in. It just puts their partner at just some risk. Like what? I can't do those things. I just don't think it's right. But anyway, we've got 3 minutes. Let's whiz through what our No Bravado Massive had to say on this topic. Charlie said they're looking for trouble. What they're both looking for? Trouble, problems. It can't happiness, says Kev B. A whole bag of trouble and even loss of life could be. Anonymous participant said many years ago at Drayton Road in Harlesden, a quite unassuming, respected man discovered his wife, Mrs. V, was cheating on him. Her sister thought he needed to know. Her sister, thought he needed to know and didn't deserve what his wife was doing to him. The man, LR, completely lost it and stabbed her to death in a frenzy, and he cut out her entire V.
Shit.
So I wonder what sister thinks of that now. She was sent back to Jamaica to be buried, and they wasn't allowed to open her coffin. It goes a lot deeper. I actually frightened members of her family, telling them the story. They were shocked to know how I knew all the details plus location that many didn't know or forgotten, and of which happened years before I was born. But yeah, it can end horribly. I've shocked many with things not possible to know, also on level of medical science that doctors are clueless of. Okay, what happens in the dark will one day come to the light, don't usually end well. Spiritually, when you step into cross the line, what has been set as vows spiritually, you're bringing a whole bag of cross and curses on yourself. Watch and see. No matter how sweet you, it's gonna sour you up bad, very bad. Patrick Charles says missing puzzles or peace. I said escapism. Dion said uncomplicated extras. And Sully Duda said anal. How that's even relevant, I don't know. Married and single freedom, says Cheryl Cummins. So yeah, that's what our No Bravado Massive had to say with married people who continue to cheat. Yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, we've come to the end of our show. It's 10 o'clock. That's a perfect ending. Anything anyone wants to say before we head off? Carl, you're a chicken.
Carl's not even looking. Actually, you know what? I've been chatting to a friend of mine. Hope she doesn't mind if she's listening. Talking about hen nights. We should discuss this next week. So, if one of you is getting married and then they're organizing a trip to a different country, to do a hen night like an exclusive, is it okay for people to expect everyone to go and spend like £1,000 in Dubai? We should this weekend. I should write up. She told me a lot of stuff. I should write it up and then email it and put it in the group.
Yeah, write it up and we'll put it in and discuss it properly.
Yeah, because
I think that if you are, I don't know, if I'm if I'm having a wedding, I would like to think that I would be footing the bill for my bridesmaids' dresses and stuff like that, because I'm not going to have a whole heap of them galloping behind me. There's going to be a couple of them, couple of my whole back. Like, no, at this your big age, do you know what I mean? But I don't think, I don't know. I think if you are getting married and you've got it like that, then fine, do it. But if you ain't got it, you can't expect everyone to do it, and you can't be vexed if everyone can't.
No, and that's
yeah. Because I put it in. I'll try and do it in the next couple of days, and that I'll get the full story from her. But it's like, and then there's like someone who's organizing it, and the person organizing it is organizing it the same day as someone else has got something planned and all that. So that person have got to change their plans and open different mix up.
Weddings and funerals bring out the worst in people, boy. People just lose their mind. I tried to stay in the background at both occasions. I tried to not get involved because it just brings out the worst. People lose their freaking minds, boy. But we look forward to being here on a Tuesday. Thank you for joining us, babes. You've got to come back on soon. We've been putting up videos on TikTok, and your videos are getting a lot of love. People are saying that what you've written about. K.L. Sharla's written a book called The Shiny Black Girl. Talks about incest, it talks about child interference, talks about the grooming process, and all kinds of things like that we need to be looking out for. So if you haven't read the book, head over to The Shiny Girl on Instagram. Her link's in the bio, and I read it in a day. I read it in one day. It's an easy read, and it's funny in parts as well. Some of it made me laugh out loud. Some of it's serious. Really good book, really good work you're doing. So we'll have to have you back on. But your videos have been getting a lot of love on TikTok. So keep going, Sugar Plum. And yeah, that is it. It is 10:03. My mum's here eating something, boy. It looks nice. I'm gonna go and party. Rob her of her food now. But yeah, next week, people, thank you for joining us. Thank you for posting. Thank you for commenting. Without you, there's no show. So thank you for keeping it going for all of the years that we have been going. It's a pleasure. We love it. We love you. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Goodbye. Have a good evening, ladies.
Watch him disappear quick.
I know, like magic.
Spotlight, adios.
It's here longer than I thought it would be.
I was waiting for you to say goodbye to Spotlight.
Good night, Spotlight. Carl,
there.
That's all I got to say. You throw these hand grenades and don't even come on to defend your talk. It's all right. Derek's gone.
God.
Just- oh God.
Oh, God.
Oh dear. All right, Sugar Plum. I will catch up with you
Yes.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, lovey.
All right. All right,
man.
lovey. Take
Catch you
care.
later. All right then.
Bye.
Bye, Mumsy.
Bye.